know that ain't keeping it low-key. I can cough for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
On the double. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? I'm coming. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch. Check the hot read. Speed dribble.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Safarian Jenkins has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Wide, get wide. Check three. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Delta. Hey, 4-1 Mike. I got you, punk.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, high 7.
41 Mike. Check the out.
5.
Second and 10. That would complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, wahoo! 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Yeah.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Check 4, check 4.
Tighten up, regular.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2 times. Hey, we got 4. King.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
57 Mike 57. All day, just like that.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
A run for Nick Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone. Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hurry!
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check safety, check safety.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy. He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless. And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Ready? Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, Haywood.
41, Mike, 41. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 41, Mike. 41, Mike.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
50. They can't hang with us.
Hey, exit.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Hey.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Mike 41. I'm going to wedge that, huh?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Go, Mike 51.
Mayfield down. Big hold of the 30. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It's second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And some room to run. And I think the ball's out. And the Bengals grab it. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 4. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. On this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You just find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Browns.
Good. 180. Real.
57 Mike.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Stop your whine. Out.
Protein spill.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Gerald Worley there to knock that one free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Run.
57 Mike. 57. I'm coming.
Hey, Zoo.
Check Mike 57. Mike.
I got you.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch
Run. Big time drive. Let's go.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Bravo! 57 for Mike! 57 for Mike! Hurry! I got
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, alert 33.
You remember me? You remember me?
Go!
Check 43.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He completes it to Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike.
Oh, you got D? Hey, seam 6.
41, Mike, 41.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here I come. 41's the Mike.
Get it.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Yeah. You don't want...
Smooth.
41's coming. 41's the Mike. Watch the pass.
Big grip.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Three down. Hey, Echo.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the out. Mike's 50. Hey, come on, out.
Say go.
They'll look to throw here. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50. Ricky. Hey, Mike's 50. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, Mike's 7.
Hey.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right.
I got you, boy.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Hey, alert 33.
Mike 50.
Hey, wahoo.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out, He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 36, Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, lock it.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a first and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On the set.
941. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Here we go on second and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let one front. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that out. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, orbit.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Defense, let's go.
Hey, exit.
Mike 41. Cut. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Get it.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Say.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Alpha.
Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Set. 30 base.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take it all the way up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Intended for Tyler Boyd. Incomplete. Greedy Williams on the coverage.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
2nd and 15. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
No. Real.
Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Good. 180.
I'm going to run you off.
And again, it's Chubb. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
At the 47-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Switch! Check 26, check 26. Switch! Switch!
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Chopper!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Ready?
Back to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
61, match box, right. 10.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Shoot.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Smoke.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's been a long day for you.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Here's a run with Mixon, and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Five.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go one more. Check 37. Check 37.
Chubb on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Cleveland, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my